Mark Torregrossa. Welcome to Monday morning. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Lush Lawn. I'm searching for strong hints of spring and they're not there. So then I've got to lower my expectations for you and search for slight hints of spring. And those are just slightly there. So let's get on into it. Show you what's going on. It will be a cold day today. We will have some sunshine, and so this is my little slight hint of spring. Trying to find some good in this very very cold weather pattern for this time of the year. And the good is that even though the thermometer may say 30, if we get the sunshine coming through the car window, it might actually trick you to think it's 40 or 50 degrees outside. Radar shows that you should have a pretty good travel day if you're doing any traveling. All right, now let's get into what's going on in the long term. And here we go. We're going to look at the European model. We're going to start, and you can see how the cold air is all the way down into Kentucky, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. So we're going to try to find anything in this 10-day forecast where those red lines get up toward Michigan. And it will happen with the strong storm system that we have coming this week. Hey, good morning, Benny Shaevsky. Thanks for watching. And Kathy Mellis, thanks for watching also. Hey, and good morning, Linda Woodworth from West Branch. Scott McKnight, good morning. So here we go. Now, this is today, this afternoon, so it won't be much wind. Should be pretty good deal of sunshine. And tomorrow, we are inching toward the warmer temperatures. And I will show you the specifics here in just a second. Hey, everybody, good morning. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Lush Lawn. Okay, so here's the fairly powerful storm system that I'm talking about. And because of the cold prior to it and because of its precipitation arrival Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, then we're looking at freezing rain for a quick shot, a 1 to 3 hour shot of freezing rain. But then watch, as we get into Wednesday afternoon, most of lower Michigan, all of lower Michigan, and parts of the UP get into the warm sector of the storm. And then we are looking at Wednesday afternoon and evening, Wednesday night, and that could be a line of thunderstorms. That kind of pattern a month from now would produce severe weather right up by the low pressure center across lower Michigan. It may be more of a case from Indiana down to the Florida Panhandle, it looks like, but that's a strong cold front. That's a strong low pressure system. You see all the lines, the pressure lines. That means tightly wound up winds. And then as we get into Thursday, in comes the cold on the backside of this storm system. And when we get to true spring weather, we don't see that kind of cold on the backside of a storm system. We see it cool down a touch and then quickly start to warm up. But unfortunately, this is another 2 or 3 day blast of northerly winds. So we're at Saturday of next weekend, and it's not as cold as it was this weekend, but it's not warming up. Now we're at Monday, April 4th. And now we're getting to the end of the run, 10 days out, and it tries to warm a touch, but you'll notice there's still a pool of cold air to the north. So there really is not much that's spring-like in this forecast. Okay, let's take a look now at some details on when the rain hits. This is the radar forecast for today. Yeah, good advice. Stay in Florida. It's still Christmas here. I actually got in trouble this weekend with my wife because once in a while, I don't know, get under her skin with weather. So I started singing It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. She didn't have it, so I had to stop singing. Um, so, decent traveling today. Give it a couple of hours for the sunshine to take care of any ice or snow on roadways. Tuesday, a good travel day. Now here's Tuesday night. Here is 4 and 5, 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. Purple you see is freezing rain. So, like I said, this is a classic pattern where you get an hour to maybe 2 or 3 hours of freezing rain, and then it warms dramatically. And by the middle of the late morning on Wednesday, you're well above the freezing mark. I thought I'd show you this as a gauge, and I want to remind you that I don't think personally that you get this in any other weather broadcast. I have a lot of friends that are in television weather. They don't tend to go out 3 and 4 days with some of the little bit more speculative amounts, but with the modeling these days, it gives you a feel for what we're talking about. It doesn't leave you just hanging as far as wondering what's coming. So what I have here is the freezing rain accumulation from the European model, and it looks like a tenth to 2/10, but again, it's maybe about a 3 hour window and then gone. So if you have to travel on Wednesday, try to schedule something, say, at least no sooner than 10 in the morning, but better 11 in the morning or noon, and you certainly should have all of the ice taken care of at that point, even all the way up to, say, maybe Mackinac City. Today's highs, wow, cold for this time of the year. Should be near 50 degrees, and we're looking at highs in the low 30s, but with the sunshine, feeling like 40. Look at Traverse City, only 25, but with the sunshine, probably feeling 35. Now, tomorrow, we do feel like we're in the low 40s, and with some sun, maybe a little bit better. Here's Wednesday. Once we get into the warm sector of the storm, we get some 60s. We maybe get 67 in Kalamazoo and Ann Arbor, and 64 in Lansing, 58 in Saginaw, 60 in the Grand Rapids, 50s to the north. But then remember, the cold front comes through, so we're still warm early in the morning in the thumb and the east side of the state, turning colder in the west, and then that cold settles right back in for highs on Friday, only in the 30s and 20s. Saturday, back to the mid 40s. Sunday, mid 40s to near 50. The same for April 4th, April 5th, April 6th. So it's not terrible, after we get out of this cold spell today, but it's not super springy, but it's getting a little bit better. So there's your forecast. The weather worries this week. Today it's cold temperatures. Sunshine will help a little bit. No travel problems today or Tuesday. Wednesday, a quick shot of freezing rain overnight, Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Wait on Wednesday to travel maybe till late morning, or wait another day to make your plans, and I'll try to help you with that. And then it's back to some chilly temperatures for a couple of days after that. So hints of spring, but not, hey, everybody, it's spring, put all the winter clothes away type deal. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Lush Lawn. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. I'm going to be writing more about the storm coming up, breaking it down. So if you like to look at frame by frame, I'll have that for you. And are you starting your seeds? I am, but we never get any sunshine here. So I'm going to talk to an expert from MSU about supplemental lighting. What's a good grow light? How close do you have to have it to the plant? How long do you have to run it? All that good stuff. I'm going to be talking to him about 10 o'clock, and I'll have a post up for you later on today on that. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Have yourselves a great Monday.